bearings. Okay, so the life of an individual ball or roller, the life of an individual ball or roller bearing may be defined as the number of revolutions, the number of revolutions which the bearing runs before the first evidence of fatigue develops in the material of one of the rings or any of the rolling elements. Okay, the life of an individual ball bearing or roller bearing may be defined as the number of revolutions, the number of revolutions uh, which the bearing runs before the first evidence of fatigue develops in the material of one of the rings or any of the rolling elements. Okay, and the rating life of a group of apparently identical ball or roller bearings is defined as the number of revolutions that 90% of a group of bearings will complete or exceed before the first evidence of fatigue develops. There is only 10% of group of bearings fail due to fatigue. Okay, the term minimum life is also used to denote the rating life. It has been found that the life which 50% of a group of bearings will complete or exceed is approximately 5 times the life which 90% of the bearings will complete or exceed. In other words, we may say that the average life of a bearing is 5 times the rating life. That is minimum life. Okay, it may be noted that the longest life of a single bearing is seldom longer than the 4 times the average life, and the maximum life of a single bearing, the maximum life of a single bearing is about 30 to 50 times the minimum life. Okay, the life of a bearing for various types of machines is given in the following table. Okay, this table shows life of bearing for various types of missions. Okay, this column shows applications of bearings, and this column shows life of bearing in hours. Okay, the the life of instruments, the life of instruments and apparatus that are rarely used. There is a demonstration operators mechanism for operating sliding doors. Okay, and aircraft engines. These are having minimum life as 500 hours. Okay, similarly, missions used for short periods or immediately and whose breakdown would not have serious consequences. Example: hand tools, lifting tackle in workshops and operated missions, agriculture missions, cranes, cranes in erecting shops, domestic missions. For these missions, hand tools, lifting tackle in workshops, operating missions, agriculture missions, cranes for domestic missions. These missions having minimum life of 4,000 to 8,000 hours, 4,000 to 8,000 hours. Okay, for aircraft engines having minimum life 1,000 to 2,000. Okay, now for third example, missions working intermittently whose breakdown would have serious consequences. Example: auxiliary machinery in power stations, conveyor plant for flow production, lifts, cranes for pieces goods, mission tools used frequently. Okay, for auxiliary machinery in power stations, conveyor plants for flow production, lifts, cranes. Okay, mission tools for these missions bearing having minimum life 8,000 to 12,000 hours. Okay, similarly for missions working 8 hours per day and not always fully utilized. Example: stationary electric motors, general purpose gear units. For these applications we are using minimum life of bearing as 12,000 to 20,000 hours. Okay, the minimum life of bearing required for electric stationary electric motors general purpose gear units are 12,000 hours to 20,000 hours. Okay, similarly, for machines working 8 hours per day and fully utilized, example machines for the engineering industry, cranes for bulk goods, ventilating fans, counter shafts. Okay, for these applications, we are using minimum life of bearing as 20,000 hours to 30,000 hours. Okay, similarly, for machines working 24 hours per day, that is example, separators, compressors, pumps, mine hoists, novel vessels. Okay, for these applications, okay, separators, compressors, pump, mine hoist, novel vessels, we are using minimum life of bearing as 40,000 hours, 40,000 hours to 60,000 hours. Okay, so these are the applications and these are the corresponding life of bearing in hours. Okay. Now these are the values for a service factor, that is Ks. The service factor is denoted by symbol Ks, K suffix S. Okay, these service factors are very important for finding the load, acting on bearings. Okay, here this column shows type of service factor, and this column shows value of service factor. Okay, uh, for uniform and steady loads, you have to consider the service factor Ks as 1. Okay, for uniform and steady loads. Okay, for uniform and steady loads, you have to consider service factor Ks as 1. Okay, for light shock loads, you have to consider service factor as 1.5. Okay, for moderate shock loads, you have to consider service factor as 2.0. That means Ks equal to 2 for moderate shock loads. Okay, for heavy shock loads, you have to consider service factor as 2.5. Okay, and as well as for extreme shock loads, you have to consider service factor as 3. Okay, so these are the examples for service factors. And after finding the design basic dynamic radial load capacity, the selection of bearing is made from catalog of a manufacturer. Okay, the following table, this table shows the basic static and dynamic capacities for various types of ball bearings. Okay, now I am going to explain about reliability of a bearing. Okay, yeah, we know that the rating life is the life that 90% of a group of identical bearings will complete or exceed before the first evidence of fatigue develops. So the reliability R is denoted, defined. The reliability R, capital R, is defined as the ratio of number of bearings, which have successfully completed L million revolutions, to the total number of bearings under test. Okay, sometimes it becomes necessary to select a bearing having a reliability of more than 90%. According to the variables, the relation between the bearing life and the reliability is given as L by L90. L by L90 equal to log E 1 by R divided by log E 1 by R90 whole power 1 by B. Okay, here the value of B is 1.17. Okay, so this is the relation between bearing life and reliability values. So R is the reliability and L is the life. Okay, yeah, the above expression is used for selecting the bearing when the reliability is other than 90%. Okay, so this expression is used for selecting the bearings when the reliability, the value of reliability R other than 90%. Okay, so here L is the life of bearing. Okay, expected life of bearing, in revolutions, and L90 is the life of bearing for 90% reliability. Okay, here L90 is the life of bearing for 90% reliability, whereas R is the reliability required expected reliability, and R90 is the reliability for 90%. Okay, reliability for 90%, that the value of R90 equal to 90%, that is 90 by 100 equal to 0.9. Okay, for 90% reliability you have to consider 90 by 100 equal to 0.9. Okay, and where small b is the value of 1.17. Okay, b is the constant value, that value b equal to 1.17. Okay, and the final formula for life of bearing, and here L by L90 equal to 6.85 log E 1 by R whole power 1 by 1.17. This is the final formula for this life of bearing. Okay, now this is the now I am going to explain about dynamic load rating for rolling contact bearings. Okay, dynamic load rating for rolling contact bearings under variable loads. Okay, here we will discuss about variable loads. Okay, the approximate rating or approximate service life of ball bearing or roller bearings is based on the fundamental equation, that is rating life L equal to C capital C by W whole power K into 10 power 6, or the basic dynamic load rating capital C equal to W into L by 10 power 6 whole power 1 by K. This is the formula for dynamic load rating. Okay, here uh, here capital L is the rating life or expected life of bearing. Okay, here capital C is the basic dynamic load rating, and the W is the load equivalent dynamic load. Okay, W is the equivalent dynamic load or a load acting on the bearing. Okay, capital W is the load acting on the bearing or equivalent dynamic load. Okay, here uh, here the value of k depends upon the type of rolling element. Okay, already we have discussed about the type of rolling elements. We have two types of rolling elements in rolling contact bearings. First one is ball bearing and second one is roller bearing. Okay, so in ball bearings we are using balls as rolling elements. In roller bearings we are using rollers as rolling elements. So for ball bearings we are using k equal to 3. Okay, as well as for roller bearings we are using k equal to 10 by 3, that is a 3.33 for rolling elements. Okay, for ball elements we consider k equal to 3. For roller elements we have to consider 3.33. Okay, now here capital N is the speed of the bearing or speed of the shaft in revolutions per minute. Okay, it is very important. The value of N is very important to estimate the life of bearing. Okay, life of bearing in hours or in revolutions. Okay, now this is the formula the for life of bearing in revolutions. Okay, yeah, this is the relation between life of bearing in revolutions and life of bearing in hours. Okay, where L is the life of bearing in revolutions, whereas LH is the life of bearing in hours. Okay, capital N is the uh, life of bearing in revolutions. Okay, capital N is the speed of the shaft or speed of the bearing. Okay, this is the formula for life of bearing in revolutions. Okay, here LH is the life of bearing in hours. For for converting this life of bearing in hours into minutes, for that purpose you have to multiply with 60. Then after you have to convert the number of revolutions per minute. Okay, that's why you have to multiply with n, that is the revolutions per minute. Okay, 60 into LH. represents the life of bearing in minutes. Okay, here, yeah, LH is the life of bearing in hours. Okay, then after you have to convert this life of bearing in hours into minutes. Okay, that's why I multiplied this life of bearing in hours into 60 with 60. Okay, then it will convert it into life of bearing in minutes. Okay, now you have to convert that value also into revolutions. That's why we know that capital N is the number of revolutions per minute. So you have to multiply with capital N for converting this life of bearing in hours into revolutions. Okay, now now uh, if the rolling contract base subjected to variable loads, that means different loads acting on the bearing, then let here L W1 W2 W3 W4 and so on, those are the loads on the bearings for successive intervals N1 N2 N3 N4. Okay, for number of revolutions here successive intervals are revolutions N1 N2 N3. Okay, uh, the formula for equivalent dynamic equivalent load, dynamic equivalent load equal to W is the total load. Okay, the dynamic equivalent load W is equal to N1. N1 is the interval, time interval, or number of revolutions. Okay, N1, N2, N3 are the number of revolutions or time intervals. Then N1 into W1 whole power K plus N2 W2 whole power K plus N3 W3 whole power K and so on, divided by total number of intervals or total number of revolutions whole power 1 by K. Here K, the value of K also depends upon ball bearings and roller bearings. Okay, for ball bearings you have to consider K equal to 3, and for roller bearings you have to consider K equal to 3.33. Okay, so this is the formula for dynamic equivalent load. Okay, and the above expression, this expression may also be written as in terms of life of bearing. Okay, L1, L2, L3, L4 are the life of bearings. Okay, uh, then equivalent load W equal to L1 W1 whole power K plus L2 W2 whole power K plus L3 W3 whole power K. Okay, divided by L1 plus L2 plus L3 and so on whole power 1 by K. Okay, this is the formulas for dynamic equivalent load. Okay, and this is the formula for life of bearing in revolutions. Capital L equal to 60 LHN into 60. Okay, this is the formula for revolutions, life of bearing in revolutions. Okay, now the dynamic equivalent load for rolling contact bearings. Okay, this is the formula for dynamic equivalent load when the radial load and axial loads are acting on the bearing. Okay, yeah, WR is the radial load, WA is the axial load. Okay, the radial load acts on the shaft perpendicular to the axis of the shaft. Okay, whereas axial load acts on the shaft along the axis of the bearing. Okay, so these both are different. Okay, uh, the dynamic equivalent load may be defined as the constant stationary radial load or axial load. Radial load means WR and axial load WA, which if applied to a bearing with rotating inner ring and stationary outer ring would give the same life as that which the bearing will attain under the actual conditions of the load and rotation. Under combined constant radial load and constant axial or thrust load, WA is given by um, x equal w equal to equivalent load, dynamic equivalent load equal to x into v into wr plus y into wa. Okay, here v is the rotation factor. The value of v equal to 1 for all type of bearings when the inner race is rotating, and also v equal to 1 for self-aligning bearings when the inner race is stationary. Okay, the values of x and y for dynamically loaded bearings may be taken from the table. Okay, the values of x and y are taken from this table for different bearings. Okay, these are the types of bearings: deep groove ball bearing, angular contact ball bearing, self-aligning ball bearings, spherical roller bearings, taper roller bearings. These are the some examples types of bearings, and these are the specification of the bearings, and these are the x and y values when the ratio of wa by wr is less than or equal to e. Okay, when wa by wr greater than e, then these are the values x and y. This is the value of e. Okay, by using this value of e, you have to consider x and y values. Okay, now I am going to explain a simple problem on basic equivalent load. Okay, here you can observe here the a shaft rotating at a constant speed. Okay, the constant speed is subjected variable load. Okay, here, the speed of the shaft is constant, but the loads acting on the shaft are variable. Okay, the bearings supporting the shaft are subjected to stationary equivalent radial load. Equivalent radial load. Okay, so equivalent radial load W 3 kilonewtons for 10% of time. Okay, equivalent radial load means W. This is a W. Okay, this is a W, and the value of W equal 3 kilonewtons. The time interval is given, that is a 10% of time. Okay, so the first load up to 10% of time, the load W1 equal to 3 kilonewtons. Okay, so that means W1 equal to 3 kilonewton. 3, you have to convert this kilonewton into 1000. You have to multiply with 1000. Then the value of W1 equal to 3000 newtons, and the percentage of time is given, that is 10%. Okay, so let us consider N or T is the time taken by radial loads. Total time taken by radial loads. From that total time, you have to consider 10% of time. So that's why you have to multiply 10% in with total time. Okay, 10%, that is 10 by 10, 10 by 100 equal to 0.1 into total time. Okay, this is the 10% of time, and 2 kilonewtons for 20% of time. So that is W2 load W2 equal to 2 kilonewtons, that is 2000 newtons, and the time percentage of time equal 20%, that is 20% equal to 20 by 100 equal to 0.2. You have to multiply 20% with the total time, that is n. So 0.2 into n is the time interval for 20% of time, and the third load is 1 kilonewton. 1 kilonewton, that is W3 equal to 1 kilonewton equal to 1000 newtons, and the percentage of time is given, that is 30% of time. So here you have to consider W3 equal to 1 kilonewton and time equal to 30%, that is 30 by 100 equal to 0.3 into total time. Okay, this is the 30% time interval, and remaining time of, yeah, there is no load for remaining time of cycle. Okay, no load means the value of load equal to 0. Okay, no load means the value of W4 equal to 0. Okay, and the remaining time, that is the total time is 100%. You have to subtract these three values, 10%, 20%, 30% from total time. That is 100 minus 10 minus 20 minus 30 equal to 40%. The remaining time interval is 40%. So you have to convert this 40% into time. That is 40 by 100 equal to 0.4 into total time. Okay, so by using these four values, first of all you have to find the dynamic equivalent load, that is a W. First of all you have to find the dynamic equivalent load. Okay, W, you have to find the value of W. Okay, and here the total life expected for bearing is given. The total life expected is 20 into 10 power 6 revolutions. Okay, yeah, the total life of bearing L is given. L equal to 20 into 10 power 6, and reliability also is given, that is R. This is R95. Okay, this is the value of R. Okay, R, and here you have to calculate dynamic load rating, that is capital C. You have to, here you have to find the value of capital C. Okay, so first, before going to calculate the dynamic load rating, first you have to find the equivalent load W. Then after you have to calculate C. Okay, by using these loads and time intervals, you have to find W. Okay, here the reliability R is given. This is R equal to 95%, and life L equal to 20 into 10 power 6 revolutions. Okay, this is the life of bearing. Okay, so from given data, L90 equal to life of bearing corresponding to reliability 90%. Okay, L95 or L equal to life of bearing corresponding to reliability 95%. Okay, so here the value of life for 95% reliability is given. That is 20 into 10 power 6. Okay, yeah, the life of, yeah, you can observe here the life of bearing for 90% reliability equal to 20 into 10 power 6. Okay, that is L. Okay, L, the value of L is given. So by using this value L, you have to find the value of life of bearing for 90% reliability. Okay, you have to find the value of life of bearing for 90% reliability. Okay, yeah, by using this formula, you have to find the value of find the value of L90. Okay, life of bearing for 90%. Okay, here the value of L, capital L, is the life of bearing for 95% reliability. That is L equal to 20 in 10 power 6, and L90, we don't know the value of L90. We have to find the value of L90, and R, the value of R is given, that is R equal to 95% reliability. R is the reliability. Okay, the life of the reliability value is given, that is 95%. R equal to 95 and R90 equal to 90. Okay, R90 equal to 90, that is 90% reliability. 90% by 100 equal to 0.9 for R90. R equal to 95% reliability. Okay, from given data, from given problem, you have to consider reliability R equal to 95. Okay, so 95 by 100 equal to 0.95. Okay, the value of R equal to 0.95 and R90 equal to 0.9. Okay, now the value of B equal to 1.17. Substitute all these values in this equation, you will get the ratio of L by L90. Okay, so the ratio of L by L90 equal to 0.54. Okay, by using this relation, that is L by L90. Okay, you have to find the value of L90. Okay, you have to substitute the value of L equal to 20 into 10 power 6. Okay, first of all you have to substitute this value, that is L equal to 20 into 10 power 6. Okay, and by using this relation, we will get the value of L90. Okay, the life of bearing for 90% reliability is obtained, that is 37 into 10 power 6 revolutions. Okay, by using this equation, you have to find the value of dynamic load rating, capital C. The formula for dynamic load rating, capital C, equal to capital C equal to W. W is the dynamic equivalent load into L90 by 10 power 6 whole power 1 by K. Okay, this is the formula for dynamic load rating. Okay, here already we found the value of L90. Okay, already we found that life of bearing for 90% reliability, that is 37 10 power 6, and 10 power 6, this is a 10 power 6 value constant, and the value of K also depends upon the type of bearing. Here I consider for ball bearings. Okay, here for ball bearings K equal to 3. Okay, so we don't know the value of W. Okay, first of all you have to find the value of W by using the formula W equal to N1 W1 whole power K plus N2 W2 whole power K plus N3 W3 whole power K plus divided by N1 plus N2 plus N3 whole power 1 by K. This is the formula for a dynamic equivalent load. Okay, by using this formula, you have to find the value of W from given problem by using given data. This is the values given in our problem. Okay, by using this data, you have to find the value of W. Substitute these values W1, W2, W3 in kilonewtons. 3 W1 equal to 3, W2 equal to 2, W3 equal to 1, and W4 equal to 0. And here the life here the time intervals are N1, N2, N3, N4. Okay, you have to substitute these two columns in this formula. You will get the value of W, equivalent load rating, equivalent load. Okay, uh, the now I am substituting the value of values in equation. Okay, here n1 equal to 0.1 n into W1 equal to 3 power 3. Here the value of K equal to 3. Okay, so 3 power 3 plus n2 equal to 0.2 into W2 equal to 2 kilonewtons. So 2 power 3 plus n3 equal to 0.3 into W3 equal to 1 kilonewton plus n4 equal to 0.4 into uh, W4 equal to 0. Okay, that means this value equal to 0 divided by n1 plus n2 plus n3 plus n4. Okay, you add these four values. Okay, so 0.1 n plus 0.2 n plus 0.3 n plus 0.4 n. Okay, now now after subtracting these values, you will get the answer W, dynamic equivalent load W equal to 1.663 kilonewtons. Okay, so the answer for W equivalent load rating W equal to 1.663 kilonewtons. So this value is in kilonewtons because we are separating the values W1, W2, W3, W4 in kilonewtons. So the answer also in kilonewtons. Okay. Now the final formula for dynamic load rating capital C equal to W into L90 by 10 power 6 whole power 1 by K. So here L90, you know the value of L90. So substitute the value of L90, that is 37 into 10 power 6. Okay, the value of L90 is obtained from here, this formula. Okay, you have to substitute this L90 value in this formula. 37 into 10 power 6 divided by 10 power 6. Cancel this 10 power 6 value in numerator and denominator and substitute the value of K. Okay, in power. The final value for dynamic load rating capital C equal to 5.54 kilonewtons. Okay, this is our required answer for this problem. Okay, in this problem we have to find the value of dynamic load rating. Okay, capital C is the dynamic load rating. Okay, the formula for dynamic load rating capital C equal to W is the equivalent load, basic dynamic equivalent load. Okay, W is the basic dynamic equivalent load and C is the dynamic load rating. Okay, L90 is the life of bearing for 90% reliability. Okay, and here the value of k, small k, depends upon type of rolling element. Okay, here for ball bearings you have to consider k equal to 3. For roller bearings the value of k equal to 3.33. Okay, so uh, here in this question, ball bearings. Okay, you have to find the calculate dynamic load rating of the ball bearing. You have to find the answer for a ball bearing. So that I consider the value of k equal 3 for ball bearings. Okay, so the final answer for C, capital C, equal to 5.54 kilonewtons. Okay. Okay, in next class I will explain more problems on this dynamic load rating problems. Okay.